Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. Today I'm going to review the newest Nendoroid figure, N. If you remember, N is one of the main antagonists of Pokemon Black and White. He comes with Reshiram, one of the legendary Pokemon of the Unova region. We're going to go over everything in this video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Okay, first let's go ahead and do the unboxing. So here's the front of the box. We have the Pokemon Center and Good Smile Company logo in the front. We have N's picture right here along with Reshiram. There's the standard warning. If you look on the sides, you can see a couple of the poses you can put this particular figure in. The other side, the same thing. There's Reshiram, and on the top there's N. And on the back, they show another pose here. And then on the top right, they have Reshiram and N again, and here they have what it includes: a body, 2 faces, 5 arms, 2 hands, 4 wrists, 3 legs, Reshiram, Pokeball, and a base with the stand. So let's open the package. Okay. And just like the last set, we have instructions. So you get instructions with a part list. There's your warning, part lists, how to put together the figure. Nothing on the back. And we have the plastic where all the parts of the figure come out. We have a second one here in the back, and we have the stand on the bottom. So now that I've got everything opened out, let's take a look at all the individual parts. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the parts that came with this figure. The first part is the main figure, which is N, and this is how the figure came in the box. So all the parts on here are detachable. If you look first, here is how the head plate comes off so that you can change his face. And there's his face. And of course, his head is detachable right here. And then you can detach his arms and legs. His arms come off at the joints, and the legs are the same thing. In the back, his ponytail comes off. There's a little detachable element here, and you attach it back on like this. There you go. And that is how all the parts come off. Oh, before I forget, the forearms, they come off over here. When I got mine, when I was looking over it right now, the forearms, the first time they came apart, it was very difficult. So just be careful when you take them apart for the first time. And that is the N figure. This is the stand that it comes with. When you stand N up, it'll be on this stand. Here is the alternate faceplate. This is a bit more of a happier face for N. And it goes on just the way I showed you earlier. There are a couple of, these are both arm pieces. They are labeled, if I can get it close enough. They are labeled. This one is labeled right. And this one over here, if you see the L right here, it's labeled left. And you can see that in all these arm pieces, even the ones that are on the figure, they have this distinction, right and left. And this is an extra arm, the one that'll hold the Pokeball. This is the Pokeball itself. There's some really nice details on there. This one is an extra hand. It's a pointed finger. And lastly, for N's body parts, we have another leg. This one is used so that you can put him in a pose where he has one leg forward. Next, we have Reshiram. So first, this is the headpiece for Reshiram. This is the main body. So you can see all the connections here. Here is Reshiram's tail. Wing number 1, wing number 2. And of course, Reshiram's legs. So, and of course, like I showed you before, the instructions will show you all the pieces. So now that we've looked at everything this set comes with, let's go ahead and put together the figure. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and build Reshiram. So first we have Reshiram's body right here. The head goes on top right here on this joint. Sometimes it's a little tricky to put in, but here we go. His head is fully posable. And now we can put the rest of the body parts on here. The easiest part will be the tail. On the back here, there's only one way this tail can go, so go ahead and attach like this. Then for the two wings, remember that Reshiram's claws, they show on the outside. So this one will be the wing on the left. Just be careful with the joints. That's number 1. And here is wing number 2. And lastly are the legs. So these ones are pretty straightforward too. Just fit the leg into the joint. And this joint is actually pretty big, so it might take a little effort to get the leg in there. But there we go. That's one. And then here's 2. Some of these joints might be a little hard to put in, but just be careful. You don't want to break your figure. And here is Reshiram. And you can see Reshiram a little closer. The wings they're posable. And you can turn Reshiram's head wherever you want for some action poses. There we go. Let's have him look at the side at us. And there we go. There is Reshiram. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, now that we have Reshiram set up, let's go ahead and set N up. So for right now, let's go ahead and keep N the way he was out of the box, and let's stand him up on the pedestal. So first, he has a spot on his back right here where you can put this joint in. And of course, the other end is already inside the platform. I put that in there when I took it out. So now N is standing up, and we can zoom in a little closer, and we have N and Reshiram standing together. and they look determined, like they want to battle. Let's give Reshiram a cooler pose. So let's turn. There, now he's pointing straight at you. See, they want you. So, one of the things I like about the Nendoroid figures is you can change their pose pretty much into whatever you want. And they give you the pieces to do that. So let's take a few of the pieces and let's change N's look a little bit. So let's give him a happier face. So we'll take off the plates like this. We'll put in happy plate. There, just I gouged him. And there we go. There, look at how happy he looks. There we go. So now he definitely looks happier. Now, don't forget, we also have the Pokeball. And you always use the special arm that comes with this one, with the Pokeball. So we have this right here. If we want to change N, let's take off his arm. Now N is holding the Pokeball. I don't think he'll be holding the Pokeball very much though. If you remember, N doesn't refer to the Pokemon as his Pokemon. He refers to them as his friends. And he does not like to keep his friends in the Pokeball. So let's go ahead and we'll take the Pokeball back out. There, he put his hand back in the way it was. And if you want to see how N looks with the other leg, let's go ahead and remove. Let's see, this leg, it looks to me like it goes on his right. So let's go ahead and take out his right leg. And let's put this one in there. And if you remember, it makes it look so he can have one leg forward. I think, yes. One leg forward. And there we go. We have N with Reshiram again. Here, let's bring Reshiram back here. He's looking right at you. And there, now we have N. He's very happy with his friend Reshiram. But what happens when it's time to battle you? Don't know if he'll be as happy anymore, so let's go ahead and put the other face back on. And there, and looks a little more serious. But remember, we got a couple of extra arms that he can use to extend his hands. So let's go ahead and try those out. So we'll remove the arms from here. And if you remember, these arms come out this way. And remember to look and here, let's let it focus. This is the right arm. So we put the wrist back into this arm and back onto N. And let's do the same thing with the left arm. And there we go. This is N with his arms extended. Although I think I have seen him in this pose before, but he was with the happier face. So let's go ahead and switch out the faces one more time. Just one more time. I eye gouge him every time I put the face on. And I think this one looks a lot more like some of the illustrations I've seen of N. And there he is. There is N with his friend Reshiram. Let's get a nice picture right here. And there we have it one more time. That is N with Reshiram. Alright guys, this has been the N Nendoroid figure. This is my second Nendoroid figure, and overall I'm very happy with it. If you are interested in this type of figure, I would highly recommend N. There are a lot of possibilities with displaying this figure. Just watch for some of the joints. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in other Nendoroid figures, check out my review of the Cynthia Nendoroid figure. Link is in the description below. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.